Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another issue of Nerd Nation. I am Brian, and I am here with my co-host, Gio Ramos. I was going to go the wrong way, but I meant to go that way. Yes. That way. To Gio and Keith Barnes below me. How you doing, guys?
Good. Finally got my damn shirt.
I know.
You're the only one not wearing one.
I know. TeePublic's doing a sale, and I'm getting that exact one because that's the next one that everyone keeps yelling at me for. So, but yeah, this is Nerd Nation issue number 32. If you haven't joined us, we have been recapping the last couple of decades of comic book movies. We are going from 1980 all the way up to 2020. If you caught our last episode, clearly I can't do math because I did 2000, or told everyone we're doing 2000 to 2005. When we should have stopped at 2004. So today's episode is going to be 2006 through 2009, which there's pretty good movies in here. So, more time to talk about them. So yeah, how you guys doing today? Ready to talk some nerd movies?
I'm ready to get controversial on here.
Oh no. I know this starting and ending in Gio's bread and butter.
This won't be that controversial.
No? Oh, all right.
No.
Fair enough. So we're just going to jump right into it. 2006. Not a whole lot of movies, but some pretty good or big named ones. We had 300, Superman Returns, and X-Men The Last Stand. Yeah. So,
one for three there.
It's very true.
I agree.
So yeah, X-Men Last Stand. We obviously know the third and final X-Men movie with that original X-Men cast, and
or so we thought.
Very true. Not the best movie.
No, not at all. And I remember the trailers seemed promising. I mean, again, at the time, I wasn't concerned about Bryan Singer not directing. All I cared about being a 16-year-old was that we're getting another X-Men movie with Hugh Jackman and the whole cast back. Boy, was I so disappointed. Man, oh my God. Like, this movie just talk about, like, going in the wrong directions and the way they treated the characters. You kill Professor X, you kill Scott, Cyclops. Again, poor James Marsden. Wow. Oh my God.
I agree.
I don't know. I like the cast of Vinnie Jones as Juggernaut. I don't like the way they did Juggernaut though. Oh my God.
He was literally it's with director Brett Ratner, who's bad guy. But as far as Vinnie Jones, though, they put him in the movie to say that one line, and that's it.
Yeah,
pretty much.
Honestly,
it's pretty much the only thing that really gets remembered out of that whole movie.
And then they take one of the most underrated characters in Mystique so far in the first two movies, and they depower her. She's not Mystique anymore. Boom. She has one scene, and then she's cut.
Her and Rogue,
pretty much. And Rogue as well. Rogue does this for a boy. Like, maybe that character in the universe that we've been introduced to might do that down the road.
Right.
But we want to see more of Rogue. We want to see Rogue from the animated series, who was flying. She meets Gambit.
Rogue, right? One of the most powerful mutants in the entire.
Yes.
Yep.
And they just, jeez.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. Rogue is and was one of the most criminally underused characters through that whole series.
Yeah.
Next to probably Cyclops.
And they got a great actress to play her, and they just didn't.
Oh, yeah.
Anna Paquin's great.
Yeah.
But there are some positives to this movie. You got Kelsey Grammer as Beast. Yes. I thought that was a really great casting right there.
Yes.
Yeah, like you guys said, Iceman finally becomes Iceman, albeit for 3 seconds.
Yeah.
Hey, we got it.
All they could afford.
Yeah.
And a very young Ellen Page as Kitty Pryde. I thought she was great in this movie. She was just terrific. I think her performance in this movie is the reason why Singer brought her back for. I guess because Singer was still executive producer on this for Days of Future Past.
She's a lot better. She's better in that one, but
yeah,
I mean, she's older and grew.
That one had a more serious tone too, and I think that's what she was probably better suited towards.
Although again, that was wasn't that was it her in the comic? Like I know it's comics, the movies, whatever.
And what?
That Days of Future Past, was that Kitty Pryde that it was Rogue, wasn't it? Wasn't it Rogue that
It was Rogue in the cut, but it's
that's one thing. Yeah.
Kitty Pryde did the head thing.
Yeah.
But in the comics,
Bishop back in time.
Bishop went back with the time machine, right? And it got broken, so Kitty Pryde
had to go get him. Yeah,
and bring him back.
That's what I'm thinking of. Yeah. Sorry, man.
Man, it was supposed to be Nerd Nation, man. It's getting destroyed for this. My bad, y'all.
No.
It's an old comic. It's an very old story. I forgot.
Yeah. In fact, I just bought it a couple weeks ago to read it.
Past. Oh, really? Cool.
Yeah, just to compare it. Honestly, I need to rewatch the movie. Actually, I don't know if I should watch the movie first or read the comic first.
Read the comic, watch the animated series first.
That's fair.
Really
I love that animated series. But anyways, so yeah, I mean, we kind of had like a mutant war that was supposed to happen ish.
Very ridiculous.
It was kind of the Dark Phoenix story, but not really. It kind of didn't know. To me, it seems like it didn't really know what it wanted to do. It was like, all right, we want to do this, and this.
Yeah, I don't know if this is very random. Just dozens of random mutants with vague powers. None of them nothing really stood out. Could tell.
Isn't Carl Urban the guy that like morphs into? Or am I thinking of someone else? He like duplicates himself.
No, it's not.
No,
Multiple Man.
Some other.
Yeah, I don't know who that actress is. I kind of liked him. It'd be cool to see. It'd be cool to see him again, but they got a really young Ben Foster as
yes, Archangel.
Or Angel.
Yeah.
Angel. Yeah.
Yeah, he wasn't bad. I mean, like I said, there are a little bit good things, but overall, this killed the franchise.
Yeah,
it's better. I think it's better than Dark Phoenix, to be honest. But
I like it better than Dark Phoenix.
Yeah,
which is not saying much. Yeah, it's not saying.
Yeah,
much.
Well, I mean, because Dark Phoenix, I'm not entirely invested in those characters.
Right?
Like there are a few that I like Evan Peters, Quicksilver, and whatnot. But for the most part, I just don't care about that.
And I'll make this really fast. But did you see that Evan Peters? They might be bringing him on to WandaVision.
Yep. And I don't think he's not going to play Quicksilver. So.
You don't. There's going to be different realities and stuff like that. We don't know. He could be Quicksilver. That could be a reality that she visits or brings him over from or something.
True. Maybe. Very good point. Who
knows?
Could be interesting. Anyway. And then we have also Superman Returns. Not the best Superman. I think people give him more credit now than when. No, just no. Okay,
I'll stop. No,
you don't like it. You don't like it, Gio?
No. Okay, because this is what happens when you try to be too much like the Donna Reeves Superman, and then you have a movie that. Where's the action? Yeah. He saves people from a plane. That was done actually pretty well.
That's awesome.
Other than that, nothing.
Yeah.
It's so. I remember being so bored watching the movie.
Yeah.
I was more entertained by Kevin Spacey's Lex Luthor, which I thought was a very good portrayal, than I was of Brandon Routh's Superman.
Okay, maybe there will be some controversy here. But
I like Kevin Spacey's Lex Luthor. I thought that was awesome. Really?
Awful.
Nah.
They've never gotten Lex Luthor right. No one's ever gotten it right. I don't mind the Smallville one. But no, Lex Luthor is supposed to be.
You don't like Michael Rosenbaum's?
No, I said he's all right.
Oh,
no, he's the
okay.
only one. Yeah, I don't mind him. Just, it's a soap opera, so it's kind of
well, yeah.
But Lex Luthor, like that, him in prison. Superman's been gone for 5 years, right? And all he comes up with is to trick an old woman into signing over her fortune and taking her lifeless hand and forging her signatures. So yeah, come on, dude. Like Lex Luthor is a criminal genius, and he would not be reduced to such goofball tactics like they made. I mean, it was too much. It was this movie is like it's supposed to kind of be set after Superman 2, right? Like it's kind of so he's kind of supposed to be the silly, goofy Gene Hackman version. And the only thing about it is like it's a weird world where like those old Superman ones, and Brian, you haven't seen those, right?
Which ones?
Either Superman and Superman 2.
I've seen the original Superman. I watched it for this.
Oh, that's right. You watched it for this. That's right.
Yeah.
Never mind. Sorry. Okay. But yeah, that's like a gritty. That was like old 70s New York, like Metropolis, like looked like old 70s New York. And this one is kind of this weird. This one's like a weird kind of brown sepia tone looking kind of 40s ish kind of Metropolis. It doesn't look. The two worlds don't really match, right? You know what I mean? And then, I guess the idea. I guess what he went to look for Krypton, which they apparently shot that whole scene where he apparently went looking for Krypton and just found like the remains of it or whatever. And but they cut it out of the movie. But the plane sequence is one of the best Superman things they've ever done in all of these movies. It's a really great sequence. But I love how. So he catches this plane out of the sky and lands it in the middle of this baseball field, and which is a direct, it's like the helicopter scene from the first Richard Donner one. But then he just flies. Everybody's cheering, "Yay! All right, Superman, you saved that plane. Everybody's okay." And then Superman's back. All right, cool. And he just flies away. It's like, "Hey, you gonna move this plane? We're in the middle of a baseball game, man." He just leaves the plane in the middle of the baseball field. I thought was really funny.
I got you, yeah.
But I like Brandon Routh. I liked him. Kate Bosworth, kind of I didn't really buy her as a Lois Lane. And like you said, Gio's no reaction. It's boring. He doesn't have that many lines. I think I saw he's only got like 30 some lines or whatever in the whole thing.
Right.
And just I don't know. This is what Singer left X-Men to do this, and it's like, well,
great job.
Yeah, right. It's not. I don't think it's bad, but it's not really.
It does have one of the best teaser trailers ever. If you guys go and watch
I don't remember
Superman Returns teaser, it's amazing. It's a different rendition of John Williams' score played slowly.
Yeah.
And it's so well done.
Score's really good. I like. Singer brought over his guy John Offman, and did all the X-Men movies. And I think he scored Usual Suspects as well. And so, yeah, he did a good job with the score, bringing over the John Williams score. But, fair.
Just meh.
Yeah.
And then that leaves us with 300. Gio, go ahead.
Wow.
Hey, listen, I'm with Gio on this. I'm with you.
Oh, I am too. I don't think any of us are going to disagree. That's why. But I'm letting him start out.
Did we figure out? Now, are we sure this is 06? I thought it was 07.
Okay. Here's the controversy. It got released for like a week in Europe or something for some festival or whatever it was, but it was made to the public, and then they took it back. And then it happened to be 2017 or 2007 of March
release
when they wide released it. So that's why I said this one last of the 06, because if it's not 06, guess what? It's the first of our 07. So Gio, go for it.
I mean, this movie, it's so beautifully well shot.
Mm-hmm.
Amazing shots. The visual effects, incredible. The action. I mean, if there was ever a time to use Snyder's slow motion effects, it was definitely.
This is the movie.
Definitely for this movie. Just the sequence of Leonidas played by Gerard Butler, who did an incredible job, just slaughtering all the Persians one by one. And it's even more incredible to learn that a lot of these actors really trained hard, and a lot of what you see as far as their, a
lot of abs.
Yeah, a lot of abs and whatnot. It's all real. Like they did CrossFit training, early on CrossFit training to help prep for this movie. I don't know. I just think that Snyder was the perfect choice for a Frank Miller, adaptation of 300. And Gerard Butler, it goes without saying, if you've seen the movie, this guy, just incredible, still known to this day for that role. I think that was his peak as an actor so far.
Yeah, you might be right.
It's just incredible. This movie is, I don't know. I don't know where I put it as far as Snyder's top films. It's definitely top 3. It might be his best one. I don't know.
I was going to say, I think it's number 1.
It might be his best one.
Yeah.
Yeah. This movie is incredible. I remember I don't remember who I went with, but I remember seeing it and just being blown away afterwards. Blown away. This movie, it was like nothing we'd seen before. And it was just incredible. And yeah, I have nothing bad to say about this movie. And it's funny because I looked up its stuff, and it's like sitting at like a 60% Rotten Tomato score, which I know is crap because every dude I talk to is like, this movie kicks ass. Like, it's like,
well, but for critics, you gotta understand,
for critics, but guess what?
Rock and
this
roll.
This was definitely, to me, not a critics made movie. This was a movie that people wanted to see a freaking battle, and this movie delivered on it. And I adored this movie. I loved this movie. So did amazing in the theater.
Did very well. Yeah, made a lot of money.
Cost $65, pulled in $456. And is sitting at the 24th largest box office opening. The film's opening was the 24th largest in box office history at the time.
Nice.
So,
nice.
I mean,
made Gerard Butler a star.
Yep, easily.
Oh yeah.
It's funny because when you look at the cast, you kind of realize how many people are in it that you didn't realize.
Oh, yeah.
Michael Fassbender.
Michael Fassbender, Lena Headey,
Game of Thrones.
So it's funny. Like, the more you look, you're like, wait a minute, I know that guy. He's from such and such. But this movie's fantastic. Mm-hmm. It still holds up. I see it on TV. I'm like watching it. So I watched it a few years, but it's great. It's great. It's a battle of just pretty much just for historical the battle of Thermopylae. And if you're if you love your Greek mythology and stuff like I do, like, this movie's right up your alley. But any last words on that, on 300?
Terrible sequel.
Terrible sequel.
We will not be talking about that.
I kind of like the sequel. So,
really?
But it might just be because of Ava Green, because she's she's a badass.
She's amazing in that movie.
Yeah. So, all right. Well, then we will move on to 2007. Unless you want to count that as 2007, we couldn't figure it out. But we have 30 Days of Night, Fantastic Four: Rise of the Silver Surfer, and Ghost Rider. Yeah.
Spider-Man 3 wasn't 2007.
That's right. Spider-Man 3.
Oh yeah. Sorry, I missed that one. Sorry. Might be.
Okay.
So, So again, what? 1 for 4. Actually, I can't. I don't know what 30 Days of Night, how good that is. So I'm gonna stay quiet off that one.
30 Days of Night, freaking awesome.
So good.
Freaking awesome movie, good, man. Josh Hartnett, leading man. This movie, it should have propelled him into A-list blockbusters, movies.
Yeah.
But unfortunately,
I don't think
he went another route.
Yeah. He didn't want that.
It was a personal choice.
Yeah.
But man, the suspense in this movie, the whole concept of, because it's a real thing, like Alaska goes dark, or for
months,
months at a time, and
it's all the vampires are like, let's go up there.
Right? It's scary to think about. And God, what's his name? What's the guy's name from? He's Wonder Woman, X-Men.
Danny Houston.
Danny Houston, incredible man. He was scary to watch. But yeah, I mean, 30 Days of Night. It's just as far as like vampire movies go, I think it's up there, like top.
It's another one. Yeah, 100%.
Top 5 all time.
Agree.
It's got a little bit of a cast in it too.
I was gonna say another one with Ben Foster's in this one too.
Ben Foster, Josh Hartnett, Manu Bennett's in it.
That's right.
Slade Wilson, Manu Bennett. That's right.
That's right. Mark. I don't know if you know who that is. This is Mark Boone Jr. He was from Sons of Anarchy. Who else? What is else?
Mark Boone Jr.
Oh, he's in The Mandalorian. He's in the 6th episode, the guy with the beard that owns the.
Oh yeah, he was
the big guy.
Yeah,
he's in the Dark Knight. He's a cop in the Dark Knight.
Batman Begins. Yeah, he was the bad cop.
Oh, not the Batman Begins.
Batman Begins. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But
that's right. Yeah, he is in this. That's right.
Yes, he is. Yeah.
So I don't know this movie.
I recommend it, man. I know you don't really like.
I thought it was I thought it was 28 Days Later. That movie looks too much for me.
It's grim. I don't know if it's that grim, but it's it's really cool. I recommend this.
Fair. Then we have Fantastic Four: Rise of the Silver Surfer.
Okay.
Oh God.
This one's it's better than the last one. Okay.
Really?
It's probably the best of the Fantastic Four movies, which again, not saying much. It's a pretty low bar. The Silver Surfer is awesome. I think it's great.
Silver Surfer was dope.
Voiced by Lawrence Fishburne. I think it's Doug Jones is the body.
Let me look.
Pretty sure he was in Abe Sapien and Hellboy and a bunch of other stuff.
Yes, you were right. Doug Jones.
Doug Jones. Okay, yeah, I thought so. Yeah. I don't know why they didn't use his voice, but yeah, it's me, Lawrence Fishburne. He's got one of those voices. So I thought he was really cool. Jessica Alba. A complaint that I didn't make last time about Jessica Alba. Okay. I love her. I think she's pretty great. She's not going to win any Oscars anytime soon, but I think she's fine. She's decent. I used to love that show, Dark Angel. Remember that show?
I remember that show.
Yeah, that's a good show. I like her on that. But just Jessica Alba, Latina actress, and they give her blonde hair and blue eyes and try to make her be that. Always, I have trouble. It's very jarring to look at. I hate that
bother the hell out of me.
It still does. Yep. Every time I see it, I'm like, why did they do that to her? Like, just make Sue Storm a Latina woman or cast a blonde actor. Whatever.
Or just leave her alone.
Just leave her as is.
Give her some blonde highlights, maybe. Just a couple.
That's what I mean. Just make Sue Storm. Just say this is Sue Storm. Like this.
Yeah.
People would have went crazy. So, but this movie's not good at all.
We got our first glimpse of Galactus.
So okay, that number one. As soon as I'm in the theater, and as soon as that happens, and I'm just looking like, wait, I'm trying to see if I actually see him in the cloud, and I'm like, I
still to this day don't see him.
Like, well, that's not because he's not there. It's a big cloud. Yeah. That's what they did in this. This is that arrow. It's a big space cloud. Apparently they were gonna try to use so this movie ends like all of these team up movies did at that time, where everyone just used your powers at once. But instead of doing that like the last one, they just gave it all to Chris Evans and made him basically the Super Skrull, where he's got all their powers at once, and he beats Dr. Doom, who's got Silver Surfer's board, and Sue Storm is whining. Sue Storm's complaining the whole movie because she wants to get married and stuff keeps happening because I just want to get married instead of save the world, which is what Sue Storm would actually be like. You know what? We'll do that later. Let's go fight this monster. Yeah, stupid set of movies. I hate them all.
Do you know Kerry Washington was in it?
Yes, she plays Alicia Masters. That's right.
Yep. Yeah.
She's in both of them, I think. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Ben Grimm, I love the
Michael Chiklis.
Yeah, he's great.
Yeah, he's still good.
Both. Yeah, he's really good. And I like Chris Evans as Johnny Storm. I think he's pretty good. But
him and Chris Evans' banter was good.
Yeah.
How they bantered off each other. Yeah. And then we have Ghost Rider.
Gio, you like this one, don't you?
I don't know. It's all right. It's all right. You know, I don't know if I'd watch it all the way through if it were on TV. Like,
Eva Mendes.
Eva Mendes is hot in this movie. She is straight eye candy. Like that's. I mean, there is like. I mean,
I think that's literally what they used her for.
Pretty much. I mean,
she's a good actress. That's not her value. We're not saying that she's just.
No, I'm just saying. I think that's what they tried to go for was. Oh, look at this hot chick. That.
Well, it's the same thing with Jessica Alba in the last one.
Yeah.
Hey, you guys want to see Eva Mendes act? Watch A Place Beyond the Pines. She's incredible in that movie.
Yes, agree.
Anyways, I don't know if Nicolas Cage was the right pick for Johnny Blaze because he just doesn't pull it off. And again,
it's all right.
You know, somebody who
it's not the comic. Like it's not a. It's a goofy. It's a Nick Cage version, right? So I know what you mean, but
yeah. I thought Ghost Rider like visually looked fine. I like that. That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
One of the biggest teases, like it's very often that a movie teases me and I get excited, but when Sam Elliott's writing with Ghost Rider at the end, towards the end, and he turns into a Ghost Rider himself, I was like, "Are we going to get to see Sam Elliott? Are we going to get to see Sam Elliott as a Ghost Rider?" No,
that would have been whatever.
I know.
He just rides with Nicolas Cage into town and then runs off.
Yeah. That was so cool. I know exactly what you mean.
That was amazing.
I perked up when I seen it. I went, oh.
Yeah, like, oh, shit.
Yeah.
But
cast wasn't horrible either in this one, too. It's got, Nick Cage, Eva Mendes, Sam Elliott, Wes Bentley, Peter Fonda. Yeah, Blackheart.
Donna Logue was pretty fun.
Yeah,
Peter Fonda. I don't remember. Who was
he? Was Mephisto.
He was, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And then shockingly, Rebel Wilson is in it, and she's credited as Girl in Alley.
Yeah. I remember that. Yes. Rebel Wilson. He's super young.
Yeah. So no horrible cast.
I was expecting Blackheart. I remember because he's a Doctor Strange villain as well. I thought he'd be in Doctor Strange, but
he's that whole demonish
maybe
mental reality stuff.
Yeah.
So and then our last one, Spider-Man 3.
I remember the trailers, the TV spots. Everyone in them featured a line. This could be the end for Spider-Man. It's funny they should say that because this movie right here, although it made $750 million, I think, at the box office.
I will look it up for you. Go ahead.
Yeah, it made a lot of money. Yeah.
It was also, it was good and bad.
895.
Oh,
895.
Oh
okay.
My God.
Mind you, the budget was 258 to 350 though.
Which is a lot still.
That's a lot.
$900 million.
Well, yeah, absolutely. For almost
that's
$1 billion
like Star Wars
movie.
Yeah. Jeez. Yeah. Right. Wow. Well.
Yeah.
This was strictly, that was again Venom, right? It's solely which
Spider-Man versus Venom.
I love that 70s show. I love Topher Grace. He's a great actor. Why
Venom?
Yeah.
Miscast.
Topher Grace is Venom.
Yeah.
Like I remember like Venom is a big, giant, massive
He's a
monster.
muscular dude. He's a jock.
Yes, he's like the size of the Hulk, right? And he's basically he's the same size as Spider-Man in this movie. Like he's,
Yeah. I think that's kind of weirdly what they wanted. They wanted like the dark exact version of their Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Which
and he's got the black, so you get the black Spider-Man suit, and which didn't make it. Like where the symbiote just fell out of the sky for some reason. Like they didn't do.
And it just so happened to latch on Peter Parker's vehicle and get on him, and just coincidence. Okay. And then
we got emo Peter Parker.
That's one of the worst things that's ever happened in any movie of this era. Like I don't even know how to describe that or explain it.
I want to know who the person was that was like, that's a good idea.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I can't believe Sam Raimi was like, okay, that's like, no. I know he had a tough time with the studio on this movie.
Yeah, this was the movie. Man, like Sam Raimi went head to head like with a lot of studio executives in this movie because they wanted to shoehorn Venom in.
Yeah, well, I just read something a week or two ago, him coming out and saying he didn't want Venom in the movie at all, period.
At all. Nope, he didn't. They made him do it. He wanted, he was going to, I know he was going to have a scene with Bruce Campbell that he was going to reveal that he was Mysterio because he plays a different character. Because he plays a different character in each of these movies. So they were going to reveal there's going to be like a courtroom scene where Spider-Man had already caught him and he was going to be revealed to be Mysterio, which would have been cool. But yeah, Kirsten Dunst, apparently she was so tired of having to scream and get kidnapped and scream. Like they actually recycled her screams from the first two movies.
Oh my God.
Well, yeah, because literally
that's all she did.
Every movie, the climactic battle, she's in it. If you got annoyed about
bad guy gets her.
Yeah, if you got annoyed about Lois Lane and the DCEU Superman movies, always being in the end battle, you gotta hate how they did Mary Jane and putting her in every end battle. It got tiresome. Like you got fatigued watching her in danger because it's just one of those things.
James Franco's no good in this. I don't think he's really very good in any of these, to be honest.
First one he wasn't horrible. But then it went
just bad all around. So And I unfortunately had to I saw this movie twice, back to back nights, because I had a friend. I went to see it with one friend that I work with, and then I went to work the next day. And hey man, let's go see Spider-Man. Did you see Spider-Man 3 yet? I was like, well, let's go see it tonight. I already got you already bought the tickets. And I was like, all right. And so I saw it 2 nights in a row. It was brutal. It really was. That was torture.
I remember they were bashing this movie before it even came out.
Yeah,
big time.
Yeah.
So, all right. So we're gonna move into 2008. A good little chunk of movies cut out in this age or this year.
There we go.
2008 consists of Hellboy 2, The Golden Army, Punisher Warzone, The Spirit, Iron Man, The Incredible Hulk, and The Dark Knight.
Okay, let's get through all the fluff ones. We'll get to the two big dogs.
Hellboy 2 underrated.
It's not bad. It's not. Yeah, I agree. I think it's underrated. I think the first one's better personally. I know a lot of people like this one, but I
haven't seen it.
It's all right. Yeah, you should check these both out. I think you'd like it.
The Spirit. Look, I know I said in the last one, Eva Mendes.
Is this another Eva Mendes movie?
Was eye candy, and maybe either. I'm not afraid. That's what this movie did. Okay, don't be mad at me. Don't be mad at me. Okay, no, I'm not talking to them out there. Don't be mad at me. Like talk to the filmmakers. Okay.
She unfortunately was used very much just for her looks.
Yeah.
I mean, even Fast and the Furious kind of did it in that second one.
Yeah.
So sorry. Go ahead, Gio.
Although she did have acting chops in Hitch with Will Smith. I liked her in that. That's a good movie. She was good in that. She was good in that, yeah. But this movie, I mean, it's just whatever. And then what else was there in 2008?
Dang, there was a lot of people in The Spirit.
Oh, Scarlett Johansson's in it, I think, right? Was she in that?
Sarah Paulson, Samuel L. Jackson, Jamie King.
She is in that, that's right, Jamie King, yeah.
Yeah. Gio, we had Punisher and Iron Man, Punisher Warzone, Iron Man, Incredible Hulk, and The Dark Knight.
Okay, let's talk about Warzone real quick. Punisher Warzone.
Movie's awesome.
Action is
I haven't, because I was so mad that Thomas Jane didn't come back because I loved him in the first one.
Oh, Ray Stevenson.
True.
I think Ray Stevenson is the best Punisher we've got, including John
really.
Bernthal. Yes, I really like John Bernthal.
It's close between Ray Stevenson and John Bernthal. It's close.
I would agree it's close, but I think Ray Stevenson's the best. He's awesome. I think he's really good.
I think Ray Stevenson did the action better. I mean, some of those sequences, shootouts were just so amazing to watch. Yeah. But underrated, definitely for sure.
Super.
Again, I don't know if coming off that first movie, I don't think anybody was excited for Punisher, or maybe it just wasn't marketed that well enough.
It wasn't at all. Lexi Alexander, who directed it, and I follow her on Twitter. I don't know if anybody follows. You should follow her on Twitter. She's really good. Yeah. She's talked about it. Like the movie the studio, like they did, I think with Lionsgate. I think they just didn't know. I'm not 100% on that, but
it's almost like they had no faith in the movie.
Yes, Lionsgate.
Yeah, exactly. You're right. That's what it was. They didn't. It wasn't marketed well, and they didn't like the way her style. She adapted it to like this is the Punisher, right? This is what it is, but it's brutal, sometimes over the top, and but they just didn't know how to sell it to people. And I don't think it was ever going to be a big, huge monster hit, but
right,
yeah, it flopped. 35 million budget, 10 million made.
Yeah, that's too bad. But.
So, and then you've got Iron Man, The Incredible Hulk, and The Dark Knight.
The birth of the MCU, man. This okay. Which one came out? Iron Man came out first, right?
Iron Man was first.
Iron Man, yeah, man.
Perfect cast.
Surprise hit. Because, it was Iron Man. I didn't really know about it that well. I think a lot of people knew about it that well, and
not the most popular, right off. Namesake
Robert
character.
Downey Jr. It's like okay, maybe okay.
With his history,
that's the one where I was like, really?
Huh. Yeah, Jon Favreau, the guy who did Elf, is directing this movie. Like what is this? And I just blown away.
Who would have thought?
Yeah, blown away. I mean. Perfect. Is Robert Downey Jr. as Iron Man not the most perfect casting ever?
100%. Him and probably Hugh Jackman.
It's up there. But I mean, just the visual.
He even lightweight looks like him too,
right?
Which is incredible.
Yeah, and it's RDJ is right around that age. He's 39, 40 when doing this movie, and that's kind of how old Tony Stark would be, billionaire, plays it off just fine. Favreau, man, you want to talk about this movie was just as a breakout for him as it was for Downey, because all of a sudden, I can't believe Favreau was able to pull this off. Iron Man, he made Iron Man such a cool character, the coolest character around, and. You got Jeff Bridges in there. Just, I don't know. He's just almost off the walls, Jeff Bridges. Tony Stark built this in a cave with a box of scraps. Just, he was fine. But Agent Coulson.
He's great.
Oh, yeah.
Gwyneth Paltrow. Terrence Howard. What happened to Terrence Howard?
Amazing cast.
Anyways.
Fair enough. You know what, though? He was coming off of he said Oscar nomination with Hustle and Flow, and he was at that point in time he was pretty hot. So I don't blame him for wanting a little bit more here, especially knowing what he was probably going to wind up becoming, playing that role of James Rhodes, aka War Machine. That when he stopped and looked at the other suit and was like,
I still love that.
I remember in the theater going, "Oh, please." Yeah. It didn't have the gun on it, so I was like, well, it's not gonna be now. But I was like, oh, it's gonna be War Machine.
What does he say? One day.
He said next time,
next time,
baby.
Next time, baby. Yep. It's like, oh.
He would have been so good. So good.
I love Don Cheadle though. Either one of them they did excellent casting with Don Cheadle, really though, and I love the chemistry between him and RDJ. But saw this movie opening night. Me and my dad. I don't even know what to say, man. I don't want to go too far on it because I'll talk forever about this. But this is another one where this movie changed my life, changed everything, and it did. It changed everything. You know, it was the line at the end, which is talking to the audience. You know, you just became part of a bigger universe. You just don't know it yet, and that was exactly what happened. That was a line for all of the audience as well. Which, by the way, I didn't realize that they had changed Nick Fury in the comics.
You didn't?
No, I don't know. I hadn't read comics in a few years at that point, so Marvel comics anyway. So I didn't know that. So when I saw him and he comes out from behind the shadow and says Nick Fury, and I went, "What?" And
I was blew that out of my nose.
Yeah, me and my dad both went, "What?" Because my dad he loved Nick Fury back when he was a kid. Yeah, Nick Fury and the Howling Commandos. He used to read those when he was a kid. So I was like, "Oh my gosh, he's Nick Fury." I was like, "What?" But I didn't catch either that you mentioned Coulson. He's like, yeah, I'm Agent Coulson from the Strategic Homeland Intervention and Enforcement.
Oh, they made sure you memorized that acronym.
I didn't. I just was into the movie and I didn't realize that was SHIELD. I didn't know that. He was saying it so fast every time, and then Kurt I left the movie. Went, oh, that was SHIELD. He was talking about SHIELD. It's from SHIELD. When he says it at the end, he's like, just call it SHIELD. And I went, SHIELD. Oh, what is this? Like, just what is this? Like, what is all this going to be? All the excitement for everything. You could tell that there was something special
was happening.
Something was coming. Yeah. And gosh, and like you said, everything you said, just the opening scene all the way, just everything. This movie's nearly
AC/DC Back in Black.
Music was amazing.
Yeah.
How it even just how the movie opens up.
Yeah.
Like,
which is brilliant. Apparently
catches you off guard.
They just they decided to actually you start the movie with the attack and then work backwards and then catch it. That was brilliantly structured, and just that sequence with him and the F-22s is still. I'll watch that 100 times. I love that
when he turns around after mini shooting the tank. When he just he's just his armor
and then just walks slowly, and then you have the explosion in the back.
Yeah, man. This is my son Kevin was 4 when this came out, and boy, I remember buying the DVD for Christmas that year for Christmas, and man, Iron Man was his guy. I mean, he was still is. He loved Iron Man so much. He always has, to the point where. And when we saw Endgame, like he was
devastated
the whole rest of that day.
Yeah,
because Iron Man was his guy. He grew up with that guy. That was his guy growing up. So, this movie is what changed everything. Changed everything.
Changed theater movies. So, Incredible Hulk.
I love this movie.
Oh, there you go.
I think it's better than people. So many people put it last on their MCU rankings. It's not last, right? It's in the bottom portion probably.
That's crazy.
But that's only because not because it's bad for me. It's just because everything else is so much better. But I think this movie's fine. Yeah,
Edward Norton. Would have been interesting to see where it went with him, but
I think he's better than Mark Ruffalo.
Depending certain things, I would argue with and against you.
I will hear your arguments. Yeah, I don't.
I will entertain your thoughts.
I'll take a brochure.
First off, Norton is a better actor than.
I don't know about that. I think he's great.
Really,
I really do. But Ruffalo's pretty special. I think they're both of equal talent. I think. Okay.
Nah, I think he's better. Okay. First off, this movie doesn't waste any time trying to retell you the origin story. It does it in the opening credits, which I thought was brilliant.
Just some paperwork.
Absolutely, right?
Yeah.
and then just everything from the shootout and chase in the favela to when you finally get to see this Hulk compared to the Hulk in Endgame. This Hulk would beat that Hulk up. Oh my God, this one is terrifying.
Probably, yeah.
It is menacing. It's Hulk. And then every movie afterwards, he gets softer and softer.
I disagree.
That pisses me off. Really?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Because
I don't know.
I think he's evolving with his Banner and the Hulk are both evolving as people.
We want to evolve too fast.
Well, but he's learning to control it a lot more over time. So it's not the just out of control Hulk that you know.
It's okay to control it, but when the Hulk is out, let him be the Hulk, okay?
Well, yeah, I hear you. But there's only so much.
As great as Ragnarok was, you see the Hulk and you're just like, he's so soft.
The Hulk is not soft.
Soft.
That's the problem with having a
schmoldering fire and blah blah blah. God,
overpowered character. He's a very overpowered character. Yeah, I do agree. That was a silly thing. Like, what? Why are you? But
Jesus Christ. There's
not a whole lot. It's a tough. The Hulk is a tough character to make a movie around. It's just sort of like Superman. Like, what do? You need to find someone, either someone of equal or greater strength, or you just got to put him in situations where, you can kind of. You got to strategically,
and that's another thing that I loved about this movie. I thought the Abomination was actually pretty damn good. Tim Roth played the Abomination, and that I
like him as much.
The cast was half good and half bad.
Oh, Liv Tyler, I
loved her. Betty
Come
Ross.
back.
I really hope
I think she's supposed to be.
I think I heard she might for She-Hulk, but I really hope she does.
Yeah.
We know William Hurt.
Yeah, they finally brought him back.
General Ross.
Took them long enough.
Civil War, all the way to Civil War, right? Yeah, that's crazy.
I completely agree with you, Gio. What took them so long? That one is one of. I hope he needs to make that character needs to make the Thunderbolts.
He apparently was a huge fan of. I saw him in an interview talking. He's a big comic book fan.
He's great.
He loved it all. Yeah,
he's great.
He really enjoyed it. So yeah, I don't know why they took so long to call him back. But.
Yeah, no, I agree.
He's in Black Widow, right? Isn't he? Wasn't he in Black? He's supposed to be in Black Widow, wasn't he?
I think yes, he was. He was in the trailer.
Whatever. Yeah. So.
Gio. The Dark Knight.
Really quick.
Oh, sorry.
End credit scene. Got to the end credit scene, right?
True.
Mm-hmm.
Tony Stark showing up at the end.
Tony Stark and
everyone.
Yeah,
right. Everyone's
it's getting real. It's getting real. When he shows up, it's
what
just
is he doing here?
God, he's in there.
Putting a team together. What? What do you mean?
Yeah,
because I didn't know they were thinking about Avengers at the time. So when he said that, I went, "What do you mean? Is he talking with the Avengers? Like,
right?
Oh my God, they're gonna do the Avengers!
We're putting the team together. Oh God,
yeah,
so great,
incredible,
man. Yeah.
So, all right, Gio, you get 10 minutes for Dark Knight, Watchmen, and X-Men Wolverine. Start. Well,
okay. Look, real quick. Wolverine, garbage. Who cares? Stupid.
Well, here, 2008. We'll finish Dark Knight. Just know that those two are looming in 2009.
Okay.
So, but 2008,
the Dark
Knight. You got about 12 minutes.
Man, back when the G4 channel was
G4, I love G4
existed, and I can't remember if it was Attack the Show or X Play. One of them.
That's right. Yeah.
One of them debuted the teaser trailer for The Dark Knight. And you couldn't rewind, you couldn't pause, you couldn't record. Well, you could record, but
you had to record, you had to catch it.
You didn't have enough time. You just had to watch it. And I remember watching it and seeing the bat symbol just like light up here and there. And then Michael Caine's talking and Christian Bale. And then it explodes and the Joker card comes right at your face. Oh, God. Goosebumps. Yeah. But every trailer ever since, like the hype was real from the get with this movie. The campaign, the marketing, I believe in Harvey Dent. Oh my God. I was just like, this is must see right here. And for me, I went to go watch it. I think it was at El Dorado Hills. I came up here from Monterey, oddly enough, to go watch The Dark Knight at a midnight screening. Every auditorium was The Dark Knight.
You went all the way to El Dorado Hills from Monterey.
Well, I don't know why we went to El Dorado Hills. I didn't know this place very well. So it was,
yeah.
whether it was Roseville, Rockland, it was all Sacramento to me.
Yeah, sure.
Wow. This movie just, you want to talk about ultimate IMAX experience. It's just so much intensity when the Joker's on screen. Whenever he's on screen, it's just, you start to sweat. You get nervous. You're just like, what the hell is he going to do? And my God, he opens his jacket and all the grenades in there. He's just like, what? This guy is crazy.
The pencil.
Yes, the pencil. Oh my God. I'll never forget that the whole theater breaking out and just like, oh my. And then the kind of like found footage shot that Heath Ledger actually shot himself.
He shot that
with the hostage, both of them. But the first one, afterwards, the whole theater is in silence because, after that, there's a moment of silence as it pans over Gotham City. You're just like, what the hell did I just watch? What the hell is this movie? Guys, go ahead and talk about The Dark Knight. I don't want to take up the whole thing. Tell me about The Dark Knight, your experience, the hype, all that stuff. I want to hear it.
For me, it will forever go down as one of the best movie experiences, I think, ever. And just the incredibleness of this movie. This movie is like perfect. Like it's so good. So good. The cast is incredible. I'll never forget the heat and fiery flames of passion and anger when they cast Heath Ledger for that role.
Oh yeah.
And now people will always be compared to him for that till the end of time. And that just shows you like it's incredible. Like if we would have listened to everything we would have said, we would have never got this. And it's incredible.
I remember when I heard it, I loved the casting. When I heard about Heath Ledger, I loved it. I thought about his performance in The Patriot, and I was like, 10 Things I Hate About You. I was like, there's just something about that smile that can get very creepy.
I like that movie. I like that movie a lot. I like 10 Things I Hate About You. Yeah. So I think because I was one of those, I wasn't as angry as so many of the fanboys were, but I was just like, Heath Ledger, really? Because I thought he was
A Knight's Tale is the first thing that comes to my mind.
A Knight's Tale,
Knight's Tale, yes.
I like that movie. It's pretty good. I think it's a pretty good movie, but I just thought he was just a Hollywood pretty boy. Yeah. I didn't know. I didn't know. Not only just he's a real actor, but he did something that I don't even know how to describe.
Well, he locked himself in a motel room for how long? 6 weeks, 6 months?
Yeah, right. Yeah,
and just dedicated himself. He found the Joker's laughter. He just really dove. Some say he dove way too into it.
Maybe, obviously you had other stuff going on that but
made $1 billion. This movie,
I can't even just. This movie, man. Again, I said last week I prefer Batman Begins. It's like my favorite trilogy, but I think about this and I almost just don't really have any words. Like
this is definitely the Joker's movie.
Absolutely.
Whereas the one thing Batman Begins has over this movie is that Batman Begins is a Batman movie.
And again, Gio, I still to this day you watch any of the trailers for this movie, and just all the scenes. Just
take me back. Take me back.
I know. It's
nominated for eight Academy Awards, won 2.
Yeah, and this is the reason why they expanded it to 10 because this movie should have been nominated for Best Picture.
Yeah.
I can't remember what. I think maybe No Country for Old Men might have. It might have been the year before. I can't remember.
I think No Country was 2007.
Was it the year before? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, then this should have won. Then I don't know what won that year. It should have been this. Maybe I don't know. But I think it was Slumdog Millionaire. Maybe I think it might have been Slumdog Millionaire.
Might have been.
It's pretty good.
Oh, look.
But whatever.
The opening bank robbery scene too, man. I think that was shot in IMAX, right?
I remember. Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
It was, and it was one of those ones where just that theater experience was.
If you didn't see this movie in theaters,
everyone, you had to see that with everybody, and everybody in the theater, like you could just tell, right? And you could tell we're all experienced. It's all happening at once. This is one of those things where it's like, this is why we go to movies like opening night, like we do, like especially big ones like this. And this is one of those things you knew, like this is memorable. And the movie itself, to be honest, and the reason why I like that, it's just, I don't want to get into it, but there's a couple of little things here and there where I'm like, that doesn't make sense. That kind of doesn't really make sense, but it's not it's minor. It's very minor. But yeah, it's too bad he couldn't finish the movie.
Yeah.
Because the ending is kind of like, well, the Joker kind of just
ambiguous.
Yeah, it's just kind of like, it sucks. It sucks what happened. Obviously, just because we lost a wonderful, someone lost a husband and a father with Heath Ledger, but just that goes without saying. But just losing a talent like him,
I remember too. It was you could think it was January the year the movie was going to come out. Yeah,
it's very early in the year. Yeah,
wow,
it was a stunner because we were like, oh my gosh, the movie's supposed to come out. Like, what are they? And they announced that they had pretty much had most of it done, so they were able to, make do what it did. But it really kind of threw a wrench into Nolan's plans for the rest of the trilogy because I know he didn't want to do the third one, largely because of what happened. And then, it's a huge undertaking making these movies. Obviously, it takes a lot out of you, but I think he had plans for this character. And
I'm sure.
I love how the Joker's hanging there. He's like, you and we're going to be doing this for a long time. And you're just like, yeah, but you're not. And that sucks. I just.
All right.
Maybe one day we'll get to see that unused footage that Nolan has talked about.
Maybe. Who knows? Oh, yeah. Keith, you were right. It was Slumdog Millionaire that won that movie.
Was it? Okay. It's a really good movie, but.
Yeah. All right. 2009, X-Men Origins Wolverine and Watchmen. X-Men I don't even want to waste time with X-Men Origins.
Well, I'll say Liev Schreiber, incredible as Sabretooth.
He's good. Yes. He's very good. I think the opening
5 minutes.
All the wars.
Going through the wars. Yep.
Yeah. That's it.
And Ryan Reynolds Deadpool for like the first of the movie.
Yeah.
I like that.
Nonsense.
All right, Watchmen. This movie still confuses the hell out of me, but I know it's a good movie.
Okay, well, listen. So I'm sorry, Gio. Let me, if you don't mind.
Go ahead. No, please.
Yeah. I think it's a pretty good adaptation. I remember at the time there's some stuff that obviously cut out. That just to spoil is you watched the series, right, Brian?
Oh yeah, I've watched it. I've watched the movie and the.
Well, the series is a sequel to the comic.
Yeah,
to the book.
Right.
But they changed. Obviously, they took out the squid thing, and they just which I made sense at the time. Now, kind of having seen what they did with the series, it's like, well, they probably could have used but I guess it would have been ridiculous. So people would have hated that. So I get that. But the only issue I really had, it looks awesome, looks great. I think the cast is pretty good.
Jackie Earl Haley as Rorschach.
He is perfect.
He's awesome.
He is
amazing.
Perfect as Rorschach.
God.
He's chilling. He's menacing. He's excellent in that role.
Even the guy who plays Dr. Manhattan, what's his name?
Dr. Manhattan is Billy Crudup.
Billy Crudup. Yes.
He plays the Flash's dad in the new ones.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah. So he's a Snyder guy. I thought he was pretty good. I liked him in this movie. The comedian. Thomas
Jeffrey
Wayne,
Dean Morgan.
Jeffrey Dean Morgan,
yeah.
Excellent.
Oh,
He's really great in this. Patrick
Wilson
too as Night Owl. Yeah. He's in it.
Night Owl too. Night Owl too.
Night Owl too. Yeah, you're right. Ozymandias.
You didn't like him? I thought it was great.
I think he's good. My only issue is that they make it so clear they really kind of telegraph that he's the villain. Like they definitely told him to be like sinister and act like this because in the book, one of the things about the book, and I read the book after, you don't know that Ozymandias is who is the villain until he literally at the end when he reveals everything he did.
Right.
And they did a good job of because he's really like kind of nice and he's really very like speaking to the public and he's very well spoken and almost presidential in his delivery. You have no idea that Ozymandias is capable of all the stuff that he does, and he's a horrible, horrible person. And in this one, it's like, no, he's the bad guy. It's clear throughout it. That's kind of a nitpick. It's not a big deal, but
did you know
it's pretty good.
Snyder wanted Jude Law for that character?
Wow, really?
Mm-hmm. I looked at it. I was researching it a little bit today, and that
would have been awesome.
Actually, really quick, speaking of Jude Law, Bryan Singer was going to cast him as Zod in Superman Returns, and he couldn't do it for some reason. I don't know why. But anyway, but yeah, I think Watchmen's pretty good. I know a lot of people don't like it as much. I haven't seen the director's cut. I've seen that scene, that animated portion.
Right.
I kind of just watched it on YouTube.
Well, no, I think I'm pretty sure that's the ultimate cut.
Ultimate edition. You're right.
Yeah, there's several cuts of this movie.
There's like 3 or 4. But Snyder himself was like, nah, that's not the one. I think he said he didn't even really kind of count that one, even though he made it. but I guess it makes sense because if you're watching that and if you don't know, like if you haven't read Watchmen, you see that scene and be like, what is going on here? But so I guess that makes sense. But I don't mind this movie. I think it's pretty good. I think it's pretty good. What's her name? Lori. Who plays her? What's that actress's name? Silk Spectre.
Carla.
The new Silk Spectre.
The new one.
Malin Ackerman.
Malin Ackerman. Yes. Yeah.
I feel you on that one. Like Snyder was reaching there a little bit. You know?
Yeah.
With that.
But other than that, I think it's a really good movie.
Yeah, casting is solid. The action. Yeah. Oh man,
action's great. That's great. Yeah, I think it's right in that second level. I got 300, Man of Steel, and then I kind of got Watchmen kind of right after those two. So for stacks.
That's fair.
Movies.
That's fair.
Yeah, for sure. It was just underrated. Watch it.
I think it is.
Watch it because people don't know what the Watchmen. Well, maybe now they do, but at the time
they're more aware of it now than they were.
Yeah, they didn't know about it. I love the take on superheroes for that time. Not even superheroes, mass vigilantes. I thought Snyder was a perfect guy for it. Just the way he adapted 300, and this one's by far way more difficult to adapt into a 2.5 hour movie.
It was unadaptable for since it came out. Alan Moore sold the rights, and people were trying to make it forever. Paul Greengrass tried to make it.
Yeah,
I think Michael Bay tried to do it at one point, which
God,
yeah, that would have been
horrible.
Tim Burton wanted to do it. He was going to cast Johnny Depp as Night Owl.
Of course, he was.
Yeah. So, but sorry, Gio. Sorry.
No, yeah, for sure. I love this movie. I got the director's cut right there above the Justice League, right below the Joker poster. Check it out, guys. If you haven't seen it, it's really, really incredible work. It is.
It's awesome. All right. Well, there we go. We made it through 2000 through 2009. So the next time you see us, we will be going from 2010 to 2014. I don't know how we're going to do that in an hour, because from here on out, Lord help us, because the amount of comic book movies is astronomical. So, So for Nerd Nation, I am Brian. That is, God, why is it so hard this time? That is Gio. That is Keith. This is Nerd Nation, obviously, issue number 32 at Apocaflix Movies, and our decade recap. Again, come back next week as we try to get through 2010 through 2014. And then the next episode after that, we will wrap up the series. So until then, we will see you guys next time.